There are only two facts we need to know in order to solve this question. Fact number one, the area of a right triangle is half the product of the two legs. And fact number two is the Pythagorean theorem, which says that the square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs. If we know those two facts, we should be able to solve this question. The free info gives us the area of this right triangle, so we can infer the product of the two legs. Now I should note, we don't actually have to do any computations here because this is data sufficiency, but just for practice, if the area of the right triangle is 4, the product of the two legs would be 8. So we know the product of the two legs, and the question is asking essentially for the square root of the sum of the squares of the two legs. Now looking at the statements, each of the statements on its own allows us to infer the value of one of the two legs. So if I know the value of one of the legs, and I also know the product of the two legs, can I infer the other leg? Yeah, that would be the missing factor from the product.
As a matter of fact, these statements are inferentially equivalent. I mean, if we know the product is 8, and we know one of them is 3, well, then the other must be 8/3. The same goes in the reverse. If we know that one of them is 8/3, and we know the product is 8, then the other one has to be 3.
So now that I know the value of both legs, can I find the sum of their squares? Yeah, of course I can. So I'll show on the screen the actual computations, but again, for this question, for data sufficiency purposes, we don't need to do any of those computations. We just need to realize that one could do those computations if one wanted to, and therefore I'm going to go ahead and pick answer choice D and move on to the next question.
If you found this video useful, go to quantreasoning.com for a lot more where that came from. You should also click that like button and let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to make future videos about. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that and click that bell below so you get notified about future videos. See you next time.